This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Tinsai Gabriel, your host for this hour's news. Join us as we bring you the latest stories and updates from across Africa. Let's start from North Africa. Morocco and Mauritania have signed a joint action plan for 2026 to 2027 to advance digital transformation in their justice systems, reflecting the country's strong strategic partnership. The agreement was signed on Monday in Rabat by Moroccan Justice Minister Abdel Latif Wabi and Mauritanian Minister Mohamed Ould Essoudat. The plan aims to modernize judicial administration through enhanced digital infrastructure, exchange of expertise, continuous training of judicial personnel, and updates to legislation on technology in the judicial sector. It seeks to improve transparency, bring justice closer to citizens, and strengthen cross-border cooperation on issues such as migration and human trafficking. The initiative is part of a broader effort to leverage technology to speed up judicial procedures, improve service delivery, and enhance transparency. Officials said it will reinforce Morocco and Mauritania's leadership in modernizing justice systems in Africa while fostering regional cooperation and institutional capacity building. Zimbabwe is intensifying efforts to attract partnerships and investments aimed at accelerating rural development and enhancing value addition in agriculture as part of its broader strategy to strengthen food and nutrition security. Currently, approximately 221,000 hectares of land in Zimbabwe are under irrigation. The government targets expanding this area to 497,000 hectares by 2030. Despite this progress, over 70% of the country's agricultural produce is exported in its raw state, leading to significant revenue losses. According to the FAO reports, this lack of value addition results in Zimbabwe missing out on substantial income that could be generated through processing and manufacturing of agricultural products. In an interview on the sidelines of the 53rd session of the Committee on World Food Security in Rome, Italy, Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development Deputy Minister Vangelis Haritatos emphasized the importance of strategic interventions to address these challenges. Looking ahead, Deputy Ministers Haritatos expressed optimism for the coming year, emphasizing the government's commitment to ensuring food security. Zimbabwe is prioritizing irrigation development to reduce dependence on rain-fed agriculture and mitigate the impacts of climate change. He emphasized that value addition is a critical component of the country's agricultural strategy.
The Africa we want.
Somalia's House of People has officially ratified the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, marking a major step toward the country's integration into Africa's single market system. The ratification, held during Monday's parliamentary session, passed with 145 votes in favor, 1 vote against, and none abstaining, according to the Speaker of Parliament. The AFCFTA aims to create a unified market for goods and services across Africa, fostering regional trade, investment, innovation, and free movement of people. According to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which tabled the motion, the agreement will allow Somalia access to continental market of over 1.4 billion consumers and create opportunities for new institutions to support trade, export, diversification, and private sector growth. This agreement holds great significance for us, said Abdirazak Hassan Youssef, Director of the Department of Trade at the Ministry. It will help us better understand cross-border trade and make it easier for Somalia to trade with other African countries. Institutions that do not currently exist in our country will be established. Ethiopia has reaffirmed its firm commitment to advancing lasting peace and stability across Africa. The commitment was highlighted during the opening of the 17th edition of the International Training on Post-Conflict Stabilization and Reconstruction in Addis Ababa. The workshop was organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Romania in partnership with Ethiopia's Institute of Foreign Affairs addressing the event. IFA Executive Director Jafar Badru noted that African countries are working diligently to transition from conflict and instability to lasting peace and stronger institution building. Starting that participants from across Africa represented diverse nations, experiences, and perspectives, he noted this diversity is one of the greatest strengths of the program. Regarding Ethiopia's commitment to lasting peace, Jafar Badru emphasized the launch and implementation of the National Dialogue and Transitional Justice process, which is designed to heal wounds and strengthen unity. This is one of the experiences that Ethiopia proudly shares with African brothers and sisters. As a model, the executive director emphasized.
Together, we can build peaceful, resilient, and hopeful societies across our whole region of Africa. For example, to address conflicts and grievances, Ethiopia has launched and is implementing a national dialogue transitional justice process. These efforts aim to heal wounds, rebuild trust, and strengthen unity among the people.
Accordingly, IFA is also serving as a bridge between diplomacy and peace building, providing training for diplomats, policymakers, regional actors with the necessary knowledge and skills. Now to business news. The Central Bank of Ghana has accelerated the process of regulating cryptocurrencies by December 2025. This is after a crypto regulation bill was passed, which is currently proceeding to Parliament. Governor Johnson Asiyama confirmed this at the IMF meetings in Washington. More than 3 billion crypto transactions have taken place in the country between July 2023 and June 2024. Crypto activity is on the rise, with citizens exploring alternative banking options. Approximately 9% of the Ghanaians, around 3 million people, are actively involved in cryptocurrencies. There already exists a digital sandbox program which enables licensed crypto companies to trial their services under regulatory observation. It further intends to provide a direction toward future policies which are tested in the real world. Finally, the World Bank will give Uganda over $2 billion in new financing in the next 3 financial years to fund economic development, a top Ministry of Finance official said on Tuesday. The global lender resumed loans to the East African country, a prospective crude oil producer, in June after a near 2-year suspension of fresh funding. I am glad to announce that concessional financing is back. In the next 3 financial years, the World Bank will disperse over $2 billion of new money to finance our development. Ramatan Gobi, Minister of Finance, Permanent Secretary, who also doubles as the Secretary to Treasury, said in a statement sent out to media. He said the money would be used to finance projects in transportation, energy, ICT, agriculture, and other sectors. Uganda is also currently negotiating with the IMF for a new extended credit facility program after the previous one, worth about $1 billion, lapsed last year before all the funds were dispersed. That's all for Pulse of Africa today. Thank you for joining us.